Well, hello everyone. It looks like we're live. Now, today we're going to do the detailed work on the cherry blossoms, and I'll also show you how to do the leaves as well. This is my palette. It's just a piece of glass and I've got it resting on some sponge here so that it doesn't damage the painting. So let's get started. Now, I've got my pink that I used from before. I'm going to scrape it off my old palette and put it on my glass palette here. And I'm sure you know, pink is just white and the crimson red and the titanium white mixed together. Now I'm going to put a little bit of titanium white on there. And we're going to do sort of a two-stroke technique. Oh, I don't have much left. Let's have a look here. Ah, here it is. All right. Change the angle of that a bit. It's going to help slide down. And I will be using my number my number 12. My number 12 flat brush. Right. So I'm just going to dry off my clean brush on a paper towel. And I'll keep some acrylic flow medium nearby in case I need it. Okay, so let's get started. So one side of the brush, we pick up a little bit of the pink. Other side, pick up some white. Okay, so pink, white. And what we're going to do is we'll have the white towards the outside and just press and round, press and round, press and round. There we go. Do that again. Press and round. Just like that. I'll keep going with this until this is filled in. And then we'll go on to do the leaves as I promised to show you. All right, I'll get a little bit more specific about this technique. This technique is sort of a one-stroke technique. And the person to go to for this technique is Donna Dewberry. And I suggest that if you love painting, you should subscribe to Donna Dewberry because she is the master of the one-stroke technique. I've been subscribed to her for quite a while. I really enjoy watching her paint. She's got one of those voices. It's almost, what do they call it? ASMR? One of those relaxing voices. She's also a very, very good teacher. And if I lived in the USA, I would definitely go and take one of her classes in person. Okay, so one side of the brush white, the other side of the brush is pink, the white towards the outside. Press the brush slightly and round, press and round, press and round, press and round, press and round. There we go. Now, no close up, these don't look like perfect blossoms, but from far away and on such a big canvas, this is 1.5 meters by 80 centimeters, I think. Yeah, it looks just fine. And I know a lot of people get frustrated with art and think, oh, why didn't I do that better? Or I should have spent longer on this, or they just don't know when to stop. They just don't know when to stop overworking the piece. And so this is what I do. I just remind myself not to let the good, not to let the perfect get in the way of the good. So you're always thinking about perfection, and that gets in the way of the good thing that you're trying to do. So sometimes you just have to stop yourself and say, that's enough. I finish with this piece. Or just give yourself a break and say, I'll just come back to it later. Sometimes you just need a little bit of distance from the piece that you're working on. And as you can see, this isn't, if you're familiar with the one stroke technique, this isn't the perfect one stroke technique. It's kind of a variation on it. Sometimes I do the round like that, and if I don't have enough room somewhere, I just press it in, and that's fine. I also wanted to ask if you enjoy these videos and you would like me to continue doing some pieces of art for you all. Please like and subscribe, and I would absolutely love it if people would give me some suggestions of what they'd like to see painted. I'd love to take some people through a tutorial that they request. Because I found that with all of these things that have been going on lately with the disease that can't be named, it's good for people just to have something relaxing and enjoyable to do. And I know it's certainly helped me a lot just to take my mind off things. And you certainly don't have to do these very large canvases. Like, you can break it down to smaller canvases. And if you want, I can design some sketches to go on a smaller canvas, just maybe one branch of the cherry blossom. So just leave some comments if you would like that. I was also thinking of maybe doing some work like single large flowers on a small black canvas, maybe bird of paradise or a calla lily, something like that, because they're very easy to do with the one stroke technique, and they They just look beautiful on a darker background, you know, a white lily or a yellow lily. And the beautiful colours of the birds of paradise are just completely gorgeous to see on a darker background. The colours really pop. So let me know if you'd like to see that. I was also thinking of maybe doing a giveaway to subscribers, maybe once I hit, I don't know, 1,000 subscribers or something. I could do a little giveaway if somebody wants a painting. That's probably if you live inside Australia. I don't know how much it would cost to send overseas, like to Britain or Canada, but we'll see. After we get these done, I'm going to do the leaves. Oops, I did the wrong thing. All right, I'm going to wipe off my brush. It's getting a little bit full. So when the brush gets a little bit full, or you go into the wrong color side like I did, just wipe it off. And a clean brush, and we'll start again so the colors don't get muddy. Where can we go? We're down here. Oh, sorry. I'm just filling in the spaces here. Got enough full blooms. I'll put a full bloom here actually. Pick up some more white. Now at the edges, I'm just going to press in, say 3 petals. To here. I'll just let it overlap on the leaf a little bit. Just gives it that little extra bit of fullness to the bloom. I don't know if you can tell right now, but having the base coat of the darker pink and then having the lighter pink gives a lot more dimension to the full bloom. You can see the little bits of darker pink underneath, a little bit of depth rather. And it's okay to go over the leaves, so you just got a little bit of greenery just poking through. And I think I mentioned before, don't worry if you don't have expensive paints. I mean, I don't have the most expensive paints. I've got mostly I've got just student acrylic paint, and the better paints are probably the Folk Art Plaid paints. I'll show you those. That's the Folk Art ones. And the most expensive brand that I've got, which is very good, a little bit more expensive, is this one. What's it called? Jos Sohas. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I know a little bit of Latin, but that's just from Mass. So that's those paints. Yeah, don't worry if you don't have the most expensive paint. Don't worry if you don't have a canvas. Just get a piece of paper. It's always good to practice. I'm just going to fill in a little bit here. And then we'll find somewhere to do the leaves. Probably do the leaves up there on that one, on that bloom there. So the reason why I didn't do a live for all of the branches is obviously because it would take a lot of time. It's taken me about 4 days to fill this canvas with blooms. Can be a little time consuming, filling such a large canvas. Pick up some more white there. It looks a little bit flat there. I just add some more. Is that a piece of hair or something? Get rid of it later. want to fill in a little bit more here. Okay, I think that's enough. I'll fill it in a little bit much. Actually, I'll just put a little bit more of that leaf. It's just sticking out too much. Now this is the stage where I've got to say, okay, enough, move on. If you see something you don't like later, then you can do something about it. Okay, so that's enough of that. I'm just washing up my brushes there. Now I'm going to get the green paint. It's my light green. Green is made, which I'm sure you know. Light green is made with dark green and a bit of yellow. And I'll get my darker green. See if I've got a darker green over here. Okay, maybe this one. That's a little too blue. Okay, I'll use a bit of this folk art one. It's called Green Meadow. And use that. Just giving it a bit of a shape. That's a nice colour. Well, still a bit of dark green on the canvas. I'll just collect that. Baby wipes come in handy for just about everything. Right, now I think we'll get my 1/2-inch flat brush for this one, just so I can really show you how to do the technique for the leaves. All right, let's move the camera up a bit. Hang on. Okay, so it's the same as last time, just picking up on one side, pick up some light green, other side the dark green. I might do a little pop of yellow as well. Just put a little bit of yellow on the edge. Now we'll see how that that looks nice. A little bit yellow. Right, now let's go. Now to do the leaves, 1, 2, 3, press, just wiggle a little bit just to give a little bit of form. And then you bring the dark to the inside to meet the other part. You do the same thing. Just drag it up a bit to get it on the canvas. It's like it primes the paint. We have a leaf. I'm going to use the smaller brush, that's just a bit too big, I think. My number 12 again. Number 12. Pick up some dark, some light, just a little bit of yellow. Prime it. Looks like a nice mix. And Donna Gibri says you're only supposed to load your brush 2/3 of the way full, and if it gets too full, then that's when you wipe it off again. Okay, let's do a little leaf here. Can you see that? Okay. Sorry, I'm just having to check on my, I need some dark there. I have to check on my computer to see if you can see, because I can't really, I've got the phone at such an angle that I can't really see what you're seeing. Okay, so we press and wiggle. Need some more contrast. Put the dark in the center. Press. Wiggle. There's a leaf. If you would like me to do some lessons on one stroke, I'd be more than happy to do that. We can do it together on paper. Just going to bring that down. It's a little folded leaf. I'll show you how to do that again. So if we get a bit of dark green, turn the brush over, light green, just pick up a tiny bit of yellow. So just do a little leaf here. 1, 2, 3. Trail off, and then we'll come down. It looks like the leaf is folded in on itself. Where else can we do a little leaf? Do another little leaf here. Where else can I do it? Do a leaf here. I'm going to do too many leaves here just to practice the technique, because I need to practice as well. These leaves aren't turning out as good as the ones I did before. There's my little cat coming to visit. Just a little leaf popping out here. But yeah, all you have to really remember is light green, dark green, and a little pop of yellow. I'm just looking for spaces where I can do some more leaves. Alright, let's try one here. So press and wiggle. Then we'll come down again this way. Okay. That noise in the back, I'm going to take that off. I did it the wrong way. That noise in the background is my cat. I think he's finished chasing possums for the night. this one. Ah, it's a good folded leaf. I hope you can see that. Right, so I think you've got the idea of that. Anyway, have a practice. If you want me to do more, will be more than pleased to help you out with that. Just do a little matching leaf here. There we go. Yeah, I think that canvas is falling up. I'm just going to take off some of that very thick green on the first leaf. The first one's always just not so great. And I'm going to fill this blossom in later. That one's a bit of a disaster as well. Hang on. Dark green, light green, oh, yeah, I did it wrong. Getting tired. Okay, dark green, light green, pop of yellow, I think we've got the brush loaded just enough. I was going to do it somewhere. I think I'll do it. I don't have any leaves on this side, so I think I'll just put a little pop of colour there. And there. You just really have to press it on the canvas, really, if you just want to do a tiny little leaf, which was probably what I should have done in the first place. But anyway, we live and learn. Right, so let's get this one done again. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And let's twist that around a little bit. There we go. I'll fix that with if you really want to accentuate a leaf, if there's one that you particularly like or that's done well, you can always go back with a teeny weeny fine brush and just give it some extra. Okay, that'll do for that. Too much paint. Right. Okay. Now, I thought we would go over the branches to give them a little bit of depth. So, as you know before, we mix a little bit of burnt umber, brown earth, and a tiny drop of Mars Black to make the undercoat of the branches. So I'm going to get that out again. I've got paint all over me. So I'm going to scrape the mixture that I made before out of my other palette, brown palette that I covered. Okay, so I've got my, what one is this? I don't even know what size this is. It's a round brush anyway. Round brush. Now, let's just pretend that this is the first going over. Of the branch. Just fill that in to get it a little bit wet. I'm just going to show you some shading and some highlights, and you can apply this to all the other branches if you want to. If you don't, that is okay too. I'm just looking for my I think this one's called, can't really see it anymore. I think it's wheat. It's a folk art colour. I think it's called wheat. I'm not sure. Wheat white or something. Take a little bit of that. We won't need much. Just a tiny drop. It's a bit far away, isn't it? So I've got my brown and my wheat, and my round brush. We use the round brush this time. Pick up a bit of that, and okay, so the light's coming, say, down this way, so just put that there. So the light's coming down, probably hit mid part of the branch here. I'll wash off and dry my round brush. Okay, so I've washed off and dried it a bit. Now just going to blend it in. A bit more in the mid. I'm just exaggerating the roundness of the branch here. A little bit more dimension. See how just a little bit of contrast gives it more dimension. Now you could keep working on this forever, but people have jobs to go to and children to look after, so I think we'll leave it at that. Just work on it for as long as you want. If you find a technique that you like or something that's really working, just experiment with a little bit more. I'm going to lighten up this bit to remind myself later that this one is on top of the other one. Okay, so I hope you've been able to see what I've been doing well enough. I know it's not great on a phone camera, but I've really enjoyed this and I hope you've enjoyed being with me. And yeah, as I said, like and subscribe and hit the bell, and just let me know if there's any flowers or trees or anything that you would like me to paint or create a tutorial for. And if you would like any help with smaller sketches for smaller branches, I can do that for you. So yeah, looking forward to your comments. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time with a finished product. Oh, I just wanted to tell you now, for a professional finish, I know you sometimes look at a piece of art and think, oh, I wonder what's missing. It's like, it's so nice, but there's just something extra that it needs. So I'm just wiping off some paint on my dress. That would probably be the coating, because most people, they, you know, just painting at home and you're just doing it for fun. You don't put an acrylic coat on top, but you can get one really cheap. I'll just show you. just got this from the $2 shop. You can get it from Bunnings Warehouse or, you know, some sort of painting shop. It's just a clear enamel interior exterior paint, and after everything's dry I go over the whole canvas with this, and it just gives it that professional finish. So we'll do that tomorrow in the daylight, and then it will be done. Okay, thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.